Slimehouse TV, myself Theo Kane, welcome back to the channel and to a brand new episode of Toy Talk Tuesday. So in this show, we talk about different facets, different categories of toy collecting, the psychology behind it, all different stuff. As long as it's to do with toys, it goes down here on Toy Talk Tuesday. There's not too much of a formula to it, other than on a Tuesday, we talk about toy collecting and toy collectors and all that stuff. So if you enjoy today's discussion, don't forget to chop it up in the comments below after. And today we've got a real good subject, I believe, because it's something that gets put to me quite often and more frequently recently than ever. So I'm really excited to hear what your opinion is on this discussion topic. But it's basically, when we do videos like this on YouTube, does that push up the prices of toys on eBay and toy fairs and in vintage toy shops and stuff like that? So that's what we're going to get into today. This is something that I'm not going to point at any one particular person that said it, but there's been lots of people that have said this to me over the years. I think it was about 2-3 years ago when I first heard this comment, but then now and again, more recently, I get it more often. I think it's just the bigger the channel gets, the more people accuse you of it. But it's, yeah, does us people like me and other YouTubers talking about retro toys and stuff online boost up the prices of toys? So we'll get into it later, what my opinion is on it. But I just wanted to say, first of all, that I took a break from going to toy fairs in particular for about 5 years at one point. For no particular reason, I just didn't go to any toy fairs. And the difference between when I went to the last one to when I went to the one 5 years later was crazy, the amount of toy collecting, toy dealing YouTubers there was. There were so many. There were so many people that were not only selling their toys, selling their wares, shotting their toys and their retro figures, but they were also promoting their YouTube channels. So they would sell the toys, but they would also have a banner on their stall saying, add me on YouTube, add me on Instagram, and they had t-shirts with their logo on for their YouTube channel and stuff like that. Not something I had anything against or anything like that, because I do the exact same thing, but it was something that I noticed was apparent now that was never a thing 10 years ago. Like my dad's generation of toy collecting, because I was raised by a toy collector, they were never like that, but the new generation is like that. And it's not just for toys. Anybody that's got any kind of independent business now has an Instagram, has a Facebook page, and a lot of them have a YouTube channel, and the toy scene is no different. So it's not just a guy who sells toys called Dan. Now it's Dan's magnificent plastic action figures on YouTube and Instagram. Follow me on Instagram, here's my card, here's my t-shirt, buy my merch, watch my YouTube videos. And that's a whole new generation of toy collectors that we've got now. And it's that YouTube generation. And like I said, it's not just toys, because back in the day, you would have someone who just plays video games. He just plays them. Now, this guy plays video games on Twitch, and he's on Instagram and YouTube, and you can follow him and buy his merch. So it's not just a YouTube thing. It's something that's apparent for all scenes. I can't really think of a single scene that doesn't have some kind of YouTuber that represents it in some ways. And the toy scene is no different. But because of all these people on YouTube, you can get accused of you being part of the reason why toys go up in price. Now, there's lots of facets, lots of reasons why toys go up in price, and I don't think they're wrong. I'm going to get into it a little bit later on in this video, what my opinion is on it. But I just wanted to say also that when I first started this channel, it wasn't a toy channel, and it's still not a toy channel now. Slimehouse TV is just a YouTube creative hub for me to release videos talking about all different facets of anything cool, artistic, retro, and edgy. I'm just a big-time toy collector, so a lot of the episodes are about toys, and that's why I do a specific all figured out section of videos on my channel. But when I first got asked to do Slimehouse TV, I got asked to do it. I got approached by a TV company in my city called Sheffield Live TV, who are like a public access channel, and every major city in England and all of the countries, I'm sure, have their own their own council run TV channel. And they got in touch with me and asked me if I would do a show for their channel, because at the time I was making my movie Unit 11, and I jumped at the chance. I goes, yeah, I'm on that. I'll interview people from bands, artists, cool people, and I did all that stuff and interviewed all different types of people. I interviewed Neca on there, I interviewed Lee Castle, loads of cool creatives who were like world renowned, and featured a little bit about toys on there. But it just so happens that in the last few years, it's become heavily toy influenced, this channel, because that's what's popping, and I'm always around toys and I can always talk about them. So I might not have a cool person that I can interview that's world famous every week, but I can talk about toys every week, and that's why we do Toy Talk Tuesday. So my channel was I never set out to make a toy channel. It's just become very heavily featured with toy content in the last few years, mainly because that's something that I've always got access to and I love talking about it. So like I said, this is something that in the last few years I've definitely seen become more apparent at the toy fairs and stuff. And because of that, it means that there's a lot more people now talking on YouTube about toys. There's a lot more people shining a light on it. There's people doing car boot hunting videos, going around toy shops and stuff like that. And I'm one of them. So the thing that I've been accused of before in videos is I have shot a video about a certain toy and then that toy has gone up in price. Now, although I know that my audience on my channel is very small, it's really not a big audience that I've got. Yeah, I want to build it, who knows, it might take 20 years, who knows, I don't know, but I feel like I have got the potential to have a real big audience, but right now it's a moderate audience. I really love what I do. I love the people that tune in and watch my show and support it and stuff like that, but compared to some other channels, mine is very relatively small. I like to think that although I have a very dedicated selection of people that watch my stuff and support it, and it's slowly ever growing, I can't shift the balance of the toy market. I really can't. So part of me thinks that, yeah, I really can't shift the market of toy buying, and a toy will go up on eBay regardless of whether I talk about it on my channel or not. But at the same time, because this is such a small, tight-knit community, the toy scene, in many ways, that it only takes 5 people to watch this video, 10 people to watch it. I talk about a specific toy and then they go on eBay and buy them, and then the next person that uploads one onto eBay puts it up for a bit more, and then people start having a bidding war, and all of a sudden that's how much something costs. So I can see what they're saying. They're not wrong when they say it. There was a particular video that I did on here about 2 years ago now, and this is the first time that I remember seeing a comment like this. I'm not going to say which video it is because, again, I don't want to shine a light on someone that's putting negativity on this channel, because I like to keep this channel a hub of positivity, always. But this was a particular person that messaged me and they said, because of this video, the prices of this toy have now gone up. And at the time, I was in the mind frame of, oh, do you know what? I wish that I had enough audience to boost the prices of the toy market. But in some ways, maybe I do. Maybe it only takes 5 or 6 people and then that boosts it up. So, like I was saying at the start of this video, I'm not the first person to talk about toys on YouTube. And I won't be the last person to talk about toys on YouTube. Anything now is fair game to talk about on YouTube. It doesn't matter whether we was talking about 10-pin bowling, horse riding, fucking wool crochet. There will be someone on YouTube that's making money off that, that's shining a light on that particular subject, and toys are no different. So when people say this to me, like, do you feel bad? Because I got a comment like a few weeks ago on one of my newer videos. Again, not going to say which one, but somebody said to me, like, you doing these videos is, you're the reason why toy prices are going up, people like you. And they're not wrong. They're really not wrong. But I enjoy talking about toys on YouTube. I enjoy it. I honestly think that I was put on this earth to create movies and celebrate amazing art and pop culture. That's my calling in life. So I shouldn't do it on YouTube because it might influx the prices of toys in the future. I'm sorry, but nah, I enjoy doing this shit too much, and it's just part of the parcel of creating stuff on YouTube, that if you shine a light on a toy, bear in mind, the majority of the toys that I show on here have been seen 1,000,000 times. The odd time I like to pull something out that's pretty more rare, that's a bit more rare and a bit less covered, I suppose. But I wasn't the first person to talk about these toys on YouTube. No way. And although I might have added to the prices of some toys going up, I'm not the sole person to do that. And no one toy guy on YouTube, whether they've got 10 followers or 10,000, is the person that influxes the price of toys. That's just the way it is. And as the older that these toys get and the more people that get into toy collecting, I can't believe I'm even having to explain this on a video. It's just naturally what will happen. And yeah, maybe sometimes I will do a video and shoot it cool in a certain way, and people will message me and say, do you know what, I never batted an eyelid at them toys again, but now you've got me bidding them on eBay. It is a thing, and they will do that. But I love filming toys. I love talking about them, and I'm not going to not do it because they might raise the prices of them on eBay. It's just the way it is. I remember when I did my Tokyo toy hunting videos, I filmed a lot of shops, and shops like Mandarake that hundreds and thousands of people flaunt to every year to buy retro toys. But then I also picked out some more smaller unknown ones and stuff like that, and still to this day, even though they've been out a few years now, I get messages on my Instagram and on YouTube comments and stuff from people saying, just want to say I went to Tokyo and your toy hunting videos were such a help to me. They were such a good personal guide. I went to a ton of toy shops and picked up some really good stuff. They're still like some of my most viewed videos on this channel. I think a lot of my audience still comes from those videos, and again, yeah, maybe I shone light on some shops that wouldn't have got business otherwise. At the same time, there might have been shops that would have had to close down if people like me didn't film them on YouTube. And during the pandemic and stuff, people weren't able to go visit them after and things like that and put a bit more business into them. It's just that swings and roundabouts kind of thing. It can't be helped. And as much as I do understand that filming these kind of videos can shine a bit of light on something and make the prices go up, make them more in demand, make them more desirable to people. It's just how it is. And I don't feel bad for it, because as much as these videos may piss some people off, people that want to gatekeep toys, and then it goes all the way back to the Toy Talk episode that we did last week where we talked about elitism in toy Facebook groups and stuff like that. At the same time, I know that my audience, although it's small, the people that watch it get a lot of joy from my videos. I got a comment this morning from someone, and I'm not going to put their name out there because they might not want me to, but I'll show the comment, and they literally said, yo, do you know what? Sometimes when I have a shit day, I can put on Slime House and I can guarantee that I'm going to feel better for it. If I can help a few people feel better talking about some old, cool, retro pop culture, then why the fuck am I ever going to stop making my videos? I love doing this shit. I do them for myself before anyone, but if other people can take enjoyment from watching me talk about toys on my channel, then that's worth it to me. And if that means that Skeleton Warriors might go up by 30 quid over 10 years, then so fucking be it. I don't really care. I do this for people that enjoy watching this kind of thing. I don't do it for the haters. I don't do it for the negative people. I like that we've got a community here and that we talk about toys. And if it wasn't for me doing toy videos like this, there would be some people that I would have never met, and I've met some great friends through doing this YouTube thing just online, just doing toy hunting online. I've met better friends in the toy community doing it online than I met like in the whole of my life collecting toys when no one else cared about it. So there's a video I want to talk about at some point. Somebody left a comment saying what is a good way of making friends in the toy community, and for me one of them is 100% doing YouTube and doing this online thing. I've met some great friends doing this, so no, I'm not going to stop doing it. Do I feel a little bit bad? No, I don't feel bad, because if I'm not talking about toys, there's hundreds of other people on YouTube talking about toys, and unless we all stopped, then, which is never going to happen, then it's not going to change anything. And I also think that it's inevitable that the prices of toys will just go up online, because that's just what happens when something's cool. The prices go up. And then there's some toys that used to be worth a lot of money that aren't anymore, because they're from an older generation, and that generation have now either all got them, or that generation, as sad as it is dying off, and they're not buying those old toys anymore. So the prices of some toys that used to be really high 40 years ago, 30 years ago, 20 years ago are now depleting. So it's just a generational thing. We'll be sat here in 40 years' time, and Ben 10 toys are going to be ones that are worth a ton of money, and Action Man and the new 90s Action Man and all that kind of stuff, which we've got into in other videos. It's a whole separate thing. But I would love to know your thoughts on this, and your honest thoughts as well. Like I said, don't just write, you're a dickhead, I hate you, because that's just not even something that we can even have a discussion against. But like, I would genuinely like to know like people's opinions on this, because it is a thing. And now with this whole YouTube generation, there's so many people at the toy fairs that are not just a toy seller, they're also a YouTuber. And I know lots of other YouTubers online that not necessarily just talk about toys, but just like to do cool stuff and put themselves out there on camera. YouTubers now become like public access. It's like TV for the people that are not backed by studios and can just make videos about whatever they want here on YouTube. So there is this whole generation now of people that's talking about stuff on YouTube, and many of them are talking about retro toys because it's cool and we like to talk about retro toys. People like to hear it. I know I do. I would also like you to let me know in the comments below if there's any other YouTube channels that you would think I should be checking out and watching, because I don't follow too many toy people on YouTube. I kind of just do my own thing. I've always been the same. So I would like, if there's any YouTube channels that you think I should be checking out, maybe even channels that I could do a collaboration with and help do a bit of cross promotion. I'm always up for that. I love talking toys with like-minded people, and I'm never opposed to checking out a toy channel and going on and doing a collab and talking on a podcast or anything. I don't care if they've got 10 followers or 10,000. I just love talking about this thing. I feel like I'm very approachable, wouldn't you say? I'm very approachable, I'm very honest, and I just like to talk about toys on YouTube. And if you've got a problem with it, then I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do it because I really enjoy doing it. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get involved in the comments below. As always, I'm Theo Kane. You can support this channel on Patreon, become a Slime Renegade if you want to help make this channel bigger and better than ever. If you don't know already, I do all this pretty much on my own. Even setting up all these lights and this mic and this camera and setting everything to focus and pissing about. It all takes a long time. It's not a quick thing. So it's really appreciated when people help support the channel, put a little bit of money into it, and it makes this job so much easier, and it makes Slime House bigger and better than ever. I'm also on Instagram Instagram, so if you want to add me on there, it's at Theo_Kane_Slimehouse. I'm always putting up tons of exclusive stuff on there, on my stories and on the photos and stuff like that. I love Instagram. It's my favourite social media. There's a lot of social medias out there that I think are very poisonous, and Instagram is teetering on the edge of becoming like really shit, but it's still really cool, and I've met, again, a lot of cool people through Instagram. So holler at me on there as well. In the meantime, I'm Theo Kane. This is Toy Talk Tuesday. I'm going to catch you in next week's episode, but until then, I'm gone. Bye!